Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, and this is the 6th anniversary video. Ta-da! To be honest with you, I didn't even realize it was our 6th anniversary. YouTube sent me a little, congratulations, it's your 6th anniversary notice. And I went, oh yeah, really, is it? May 11th, 2026, our 6th anniversary. That's when it was, and that's when it is. And I thought I'd take a moment to share with you where we are, how far we've come, and what we've got going. And it's all really, I think, quite interesting. I mean, the statistics and things, I've learned a lot. I really have. What I've principally learned is that there's more than 10 people interested in classical music, which I think is fabulous. I really do. You never really know. And, print media, which is where I came from and where most of us came from, were a very, very different kettle of beans. Because in the classical music industry, I mean, the biggest classical music magazine was Gramophone, and they were lucky to have 30,000 subscribers, 40,000 subscribers. I have 75,000 almost. So it's really quite extraordinary when you think about it. And that means that this is an entirely different medium that plays by its own rules, and we're all still feeling our way. But let me give you some statistics. Oh, wait, before I give you the statistics, YouTube tells me I'm supposed to ask you all to please subscribe to my channel. I always forget to do that. I would love for you to do it. I mean, but most of the time I just don't remember because I'm just so focused on talking about the music, whatever topic we're discussing. But do please subscribe to my channel. In fact, if you have a friend, all of you, decide you're going to get one or two people to subscribe to my channel and make it a point, your goal in life to do that. That would be really great. Because then supposedly once I get up past 100,000 subscribers, I get like a little medallion or something. I don't know what they say, but there's something like that. And it would really be great if you could do that. So I would appreciate it endlessly. I really would. So there's that. Now let's get to the statistics. There's a little Guji on my page that's called Your Data in YouTube. And if I go there, which I just did. Okay, so here's your data in YouTube. And where are you? I have to get you guys back here. There we go. Get the screens lined up properly. It says that I have so far made 5,816 videos in the 6 years since we've started. And so that's cool. That means in a couple of months, because I do basically 90, it's 3 a day, so it's like 90 some odd a month. We will be at 6,000 videos for 6 years, which is 1,000 a year. That's a lot of videos. I don't remember making them. They just appeared somehow. And it's just been endless fun doing that. And there's no end in sight. You don't have to worry about that. I understand that that's ridiculously prolific, and I understand that some people think that quantity is the enemy of quality. But I do try to strike a balance and give you both. And so there's that. Then we have 300 playlists. The videos are grouped into 300 playlists by composer. There are lists, there are things for beginners, there's things for connoisseurs, there's stuff, box sets, there's record label things, there's, oh gosh, every possible topic. And you can find all of that on my channel's homepage. And I guess I'll probably put a link to it just down there in case you've never seen my channel's homepage. I don't know how people access these things. Actually, I could find that out. It's in the analytics, which we'll get to momentarily. But I actually don't often look and check and see what those things are because I just don't have the time or the patience to try and understand it all. I suppose I should. It could make things a little bit more focused. But I mean, it's fine the way it is. We've had 38,279 comments. I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm really not. So let's now go to the analytics, which are in a totally different area for reasons I can't even begin to explain, and see what's happened over the past year. Okay, here we have analytics. There are the analytics overview. Alrighty, and we'll do since last, can we do last 12 months? Well, you can really. Let's just do 2025 because we're still sort of early into 2026. So we'll see how we're doing. Okay. So in 2025, we had 10.5 million views. Wow. 10.5 million views. That's pretty awesome. That really is. And I always, laugh. Actually, 10,503,874, if you want to be specific. And the fascinating thing about that to me is when I get those wonderful comments from people who say, who the hell are you to criticize great artists so-and-so? What have you ever done for classical music? Well, 10 million views a year. And even before that, since I've been a critic now for 40 years, it's really quite a bit. The fact that some of these people don't know who I am or haven't heard about me, well, that's them, not me, isn't it? So yeah, that impresses me. Also, those 10,503,874 views are carved up into 1 million watch time hours. And that's a lot of hours watched. That really is. So that's really, really, really great. Last year, we got 21,000 new subscribers. So there are 74,525 subscribers to be exact. We'll hit 75,000 rather shortly. And because we get, I don't know, between maybe 30 and 40 a day. That could be better, folks. Go out there and make people subscribe if you want. That would be really cool. But those are the mean statistics. And I find it shocking. I really do, because it's just incredible that there's an audience for what I do, for classical music. There are always people getting into classical music. And it's very interesting because I have colleagues in this industry, quite a few, and they are so depressing. Everything is a disaster. Everything is horrible. Everything is going down the crapper. There's no money. There's no interest. The audience is aging. Everybody's dying. Well, from my point of view, it's a brave new world out there. There's tons of interest. And, I know in YouTube terms, 75,000 subscribers is like nothing. I mean, it's absolutely nothing. You get some young pubette doing eye makeup and she gets 30 billion views, can make a living and live in a mansion. The pop culture element is a whole nother universe. But for what this is, for classical music, it's pretty extraordinary. It's absolutely extraordinary. It's incredibly encouraging. Incredibly encouraging. And one of the things that we're doing that's coming up quite shortly, I just want to let you all know, is that the redesigned ClassicsToday.com site is going to launch hopefully next week. Keep our fingers crossed. Wish us luck. But somewhere around there, very, very shortly, it's going to be very tightly integrated with this channel. We're going to be able to do text reviews with music samples. They'll be behind a paywall, of course, but we aren't going to be constrained by the YouTube copyright claim issues that dog this particular channel. I'll be able to move some content over there, and you'll be able to view things with sound samples and whatnot, which will, I think, greatly enhance both the video experience and the written word experience. We've got some fabulous new critics coming in. I think it's going to be really, really, really exciting. And so I'll have both video and print, just like, the major news channels have, like CNN and those people. I mean, we're not going to be CNN, but I just think it's going to be really exciting. And I see that's where things are going, because I look at a lot of news sites and other things. This is sort of the format that they have. Although most of them are all conglomerated into one site, whereas we'll have two. We'll have this channel because we've got almost 6,000 videos, and there's going to be more. And then we'll have the basic copy-oriented classicstoday.com, which will also have, besides reviews, other classical music news and editorial features and things like that. So I think it's going to be really, really, really wonderful. And I hope you'll participate in that activity as well, because it'll be a lot to see and plenty of stuff to chat about, which is what we do so well. So that's it. I mean, that's basically where we are in year 6. I want to thank all of you subscribers, all of you viewers, anyone who's even casually slid by for spending some time staring at this face and listening to what I have to say and thinking about it. It's a thrill and an honor for me to be able to do it. And it's a delight to have the opportunity to get to know so many of you, to be corrected, to be challenged, to have conversations with so many fabulously intelligent, devoted, passionate music lovers. There is a community out there. There really is. And it's just been, for me, totally heartwarming and exciting getting to know it. You know, it really has. I just can't get over it. I can't, because I spent my entire early career writing for classical music magazines and review magazines and wondering if there was ever going to be more than 10,000 people or, if 20,000 people who might be interested in a classical music review or to talk about it. And I see now that there's lots more, and I don't think there is a limit. I really don't. I'm totally heartened and optimistic about what the future holds. And you are the reason for it. So I can't thank you enough. So keep on listening, friends. Let's keep on going in the years to come. We'll do one of these things on our anniversary or around there every year and see how we're progressing. So thanks again and take care.